So I'm gonna start the episode off, and I'm gonna ask you guys this question because I think this is the question that should be asked, at least in the anime community, right? But what's up,
Okay.
everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, and welcome to episode 139 of the Be More Nerdy podcast, the only podcast that asks you weird questions about gorillas and people. Psych, everybody's doing that right now. But I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, aka Mr. Space Awaits, aka the Hentai Honcho, aka I don't remember my other one. What was it? Oh, the OG
Black
Galaxy.
man.
There we go. I mean, I guess sure that fits. But with me today is my co-host Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummies? It's your girl Diva XOXO, aka the Sophista Ratchet, aka the HNIC, the head nerd in charge, aka the official, unofficial Disney princess, aka the guy's girl.
I hate that one. And my other co-host.
I said it backwards, so.
And my other co-host, HDTV.
Yeah, man. It's HDTV, your favorite cinephile, not to be confused with other words. Your favorite anime watcher, your favorite knowledger of all things related to OG anime and new ones coming out. Your one-stop shop for it all.
That's the aficionado right there. I like that. But so today's episode is going to be about our expectations for DreamCon is coming up. To right now, it is May the 7th. By the time you're hearing this, I'm hoping it'll be around probably May the 13th, May the 14th, somewhere around there. I got episodes to get out. That's my fault, but we're working on it. That being said, so a lot of people are asking the questions of 100 men versus one gorilla. I don't think that's the question that we need to be asking, at least in the anime space. I think the question should be, who do y'all think is giving the better speech to get these people to charge in and sacrifice their life? Erwin or Optimus Prime with Linkin Park in the background? I just need to know who you think is really going to get these niggas going. Because for me, I don't know. Optimus Prime might just got it. Because Erwin, he got them to run against the Beast Titan. I got that.
Time out.
All right.
When you say Linkin Park in the background, we talking about live Linkin Park, or we talking about just a recording of them playing?
Nah, it's live. You got Optimus Prime on stage, and Linkin Park. He's like, I can't do this. You guys gotta fight this gorilla, and then let mercy come, and he's just going off.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. It would definitely have. It has to be Erwin, just because if Optimus Prime is telling me to fight a gorilla, I'm gonna say you get your big ass down there and you go fight the gorilla. The fuck?
His speech was a bunch of like words. It's like, you ever see that speech that the president gives in Rick and Morty to get the people to become turkeys? He's like, what's a speech? But a forming of words. And what are words? But combinations of letters. And like, that's how Erwin's speech to me, and them niggas was like, we ride. I'm like, nah. There are holes in this speech. There's flaws. This plan is flawed.
I just wanted to be known.
Erwin
Erwin got
real.
niggas to ride to certain death. That's all I'm saying. To
And he
certain death.
confirmed it.
I knew. He said we're gonna die. Like,
Here's my other thing. They ain't do it for Erwin. They did it for Levi. Let's be real. It was all for Levi.
They did it because it was their only chance. He's like, look, we can stand here and do nothing. He's still going to kill us.
yeah,
We can charge at him and try to live, you know?
right.
Like,
We
you
can
know, take
charge.
the stand.
We can charge. Try and do something. Like, I think. Damn, you got a point. But I think, look, if Optimus Prime give me that speech, I know I'm winning. That's the difference. With Erwin, I know I'm charging into might be certain. I'm ready to die. But with Optimus Prime, it's not a worry in my heart that I'm ready to fuck this gorilla up. I might one-man it. Hey, everybody, stand back. I got this one. I might go in like that. off the Optimus Prime speech, I might go in just like that, bro. Not gonna lie to you. But Erwin, no, we have to jump this nigga together. As a group, as a whole, if we dying, we dying together, guys. Come on.
If Optimus Prime convinced you to run in there by yourself, I'm going to have Morgan Freeman on standby. It's like, Greg did run in there. He thought he was going to do some damage, but realistically, he got his ass folded.
No, you gotta do the thing. You gotta do the thing, the end credit scene where it's like Greg running and Greg running thought he was gonna do something.
It's got to be a screen. It's got to be a screen freeze. Greg did run in that day. He immediately got bitch slapped by a gorilla before getting both arms lipped off and just swung around like Loki or like Hulk did Loki.
Yo. That's great.
His death was not
Great way to start
avenged.
a plan.
Gorilla is now back in encampment.
Cause if niggas saw that, everybody was like, "What you mean? Y'all see what they did to him? I'm good."
But that's my point, like, because everyone has that conversation, like, "Oh, you see this, you stop." But the situation I think of it isn't 100 niggas in a room, a gorilla just pops up magically. What are you gonna do? You're in an arena. The only way you're getting out is either y'all get out or this gorilla gets out. And in my head, at that point, your only option is fight, right? Even if you're scared.
No, because if the zombie apocalypse happened, I'm choosing death. I'm gonna tell y'all, the moment we see a zombie, I'm like, go ahead, put that bullet in my head. Right,
You know what? Since you choose death, you on the front line, pussy. Get up in there.
Take me out. Like I don't want to play. I don't want to play.
Get in there, or is that gorilla and us versus you?
I don't want to play. I'm pussy.
Look, bro, it's not what you think. Like, you could shoot a gorilla, he's just gonna eat that. You shoot a person, he's talking about some.
I don't know what gorilla you talking about. They shot Harambe. He did not eat that. R.I.P. my boy. A rifle.
Where did they shoot him?
I think in the heart.
Exactly.
You gotta get a heart shot off.
Hearts are
You
pretty
think
big.
you gonna punch a gorilla to death? I would like to see 10 people try that.
Here's my thing, right? I think of it like this. Could I beat 100 third graders? Probably not.
No.
And here's the reason why. I'm going to get tired. There's enough of them.
Same
There's enough of them that's going to get me out of there.
as 100 third graders.
You
You
know
have the
what?
same exoskeleton as 100 third graders. You could hit a third grader as hard as you want, and you will not shatter its skeleton the same way a gorilla will shatter yours.
But I will shatter his skull. On a 1-to-1 scale, probably not. But if we like get the size comparisons right. But I'm not going to
I'm
take it lower
saying-
than a third grader because like that's crazy.
The only reason why I couldn't beat 100 third graders is because I would get tired. And
That's
have
the
you met a
reason.
third grader?
So that's my point. At the end of the day,
Ever.
the gorilla's going to get tired.
It
I
also
get
gonna
tired
get
walking to my
overwhelmed.
car.
You ever seen a gorilla off adrenaline?
Who giving the
don't
gorilla adrenaline?
His body, when he sees there's 100 little people trying to step up to him.
The gorilla gonna just try to run. Gorillas
Nah.
is pussy. I take one right now.
139, right?
Yeah.
Take one right now.
Tune in. It's pay per view. Yo, I tell you what, y'all get us to 100,000. I jump in the ring with a gorilla. I promise. But it's got to be by
And-
like next Tuesday.
And that will be my
Yes.
opening clip.
It won't even be out next Tuesday. We release on Wednesday.
All right. By DreamCon, get this one to 100,000 views. I fight a gorilla.
Oh, there's actually a dude who put up a video who said May 10th here in Dallas that he is organizing that gorilla fight. So if you're down, please sign up and register with some link. I don't know
Now-
where the fuck he got a gorilla from. I'm not.
Now
asking
y'all
questions.
gonna y'all gonna make a public
Emails.
apology when y'all see me squabble up with the gorilla and that
You know
gorilla.
what he's gonna do? He's
No.
gonna grab you by your head. He's gonna grab you by your head like this. He's gonna pull you close, just like Caesar, and whisper in your ear, "Long live Hombre."
I'm gonna start.
Tell him I
with
said
fun.
hi.
Tell him I said hi. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
When you see Harambe in hell, tell him I sent you.
Tell him we got up one.
I'm sending
You gotta lick
99
that.
more. Oh, that's crazy. All right, but into the episode. That was a great start, everybody. But DreamCon's coming up, and I've been seeing so much discourse about it. I'm actually after this pod, I'm gonna be editing and hopping into like several discourses to talk to more people because I've already started scheduling several meetups. So I'm gonna be
Oh,
meeting
look at
people
you.
all weekend. Yes.
I'm just gonna be the friendly pink-haired girl that everyone wants to talk to. It's gonna work out for me.
It didn't work out for her. It actually went terrible as several black people tried to touch her hair, knowing that black people don't like that shit.
No. The Asians didn't even touch my. Like I didn't even get a hair touch request in Japan, which I really appreciate.
I wanted one. Just one. But it's all right. But DreamCon expectations, let's hear it, guys. So like based off of what we've experienced the last 2 years that we've gone, what do you guys think will be different now that we are in a new city. It's officially in Houston, which is new for it, the larger location. I think for one thing that I noticed is that tickets are still on sale, so that means they didn't sell out this year. Party tickets are on sale, which means we need to talk about parties we're going to, guys.
We need to do that.
But but my point being is, like, it seems like because it's so much bigger, they're reaching that point of, like, it's steadier now, you know, like how other cons are. They're so big that's like, we're not gonna sell out, but we will have a fuck ton of people here, you know.
Mhm.
I'm salty. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm salty. I'm salty. I'm salty. I'm going in salty.
You gonna say why? Or are you just gonna tell me that you are a can of salt, nigga?
I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to be like, "Why are you salty?"
No, if you take the mic, you better own it.
Cause we don't have a panel this year, guys. So
yeah.
just look out for us. Are out and about and around. We'll be talking to all of you. I can't wait to talk to all of you. I love talking and doing interviews and just kikiing with people. But I'm salty that we don't have an interview this year. I mean, a panel this year, especially because I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all panels ain't it. Or let me not say that. Some of y'all panels is basic. That's what I mean. Like, oh, and no offense, because I'm going to this one and I go every time. Like the Disney sing-along. All right. We ain't got some Disney songs. I can sing them on my own time.
Niggas hating when they going is crazy. I want that to be, I'm going, but I'm mad. Like, what the fuck?
I will
How
be
old
there.
are you, bro?
Like, I'm going, but I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm salty like that we don't have a... And, like, I'm just like, damn. Like, our panel was lit last year. It'd have been... I hate to say litter, because I don't... Even more lit? I don't know.
Nah, it would have been litter.
This year.
I'm not gonna say a lot of connections, but I've been talking to a lot of people who gonna be there.
I was talking about
like,
being grammatically correct.
Oh no, fuck that. Fuck that shit up.
I didn't know if it was more lit or litter. Like, I don't know. But
yeah, I was talking to so many people I plan on seeing. I agree with you. I was like, yo, we could have so many people. We could have filled up a room. Yeah. We could have filled up a fat room.
We'd have definitely, I mean, we filled up a room last year and we'd have filled up a room. We didn't have overflow, but the room was. And so I'm a little sad about that. But I am excited to go. I'm excited to see you all. I'm excited to meet y'all. I have some fun cosplays I'm going to do. Well, I'm only really doing one cosplay. But I'm doing one cosplay and I'm wearing my kimono. So get my money's worth out of that guy.
You feeling any salt?
I don't really feel any salt about it because I learned from the last convention I went to that this one is just fundamentally different in the sense that the things that they're focused on aren't what like other places are focused on, and they do have some of the same sponsors, but like they're not offering some of the same things, and I think that's because of all the content creators. Like the last one I went to, like they were having early premieres of shows that were coming out and panels by like people that work at, you know, some of these major studios and companies. But here it's like, oh, you know, like this creator is having this and this creator's having this meet and greet and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm not mad at it because that's what most of the fan base and community wants. So I expect that. When it comes to the other events, not like ours, like I feel like a lot of them are kind of going to be like the same thing, just with different people and at a different time. And I'm just like, I mean, we play creative games that's different from everybody else's. You know, everybody plays some type of game, but I wouldn't say I'm salty. I just wish that like there was some kind of like follow up, like, well, we remember y'all from last year on this list, so we gonna, you know, give y'all the slot first. Especially since you have more space. Like I was looking it up just now. The Austin Convention Center roughly can hold. I'm gonna take that one number of 20,000 people. And I think they hit 26,000 over the weekend. That's just in and out, like badges bought and everything, right?
Right.
Houston can hold 36,000 people.
Okay, so almost a 10 band increase. Oh, what it's
Yeah,
supposed to hold over the weekend, yeah.
So what you said was we should have a room. I heard it. I heard what you said.
Yeah, like they have more space to do stuff, but I guess they don't have the staff because most of them are volunteers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe that could be a thing because I think staffing last year was really good. The year before, not as good, but I think last year they did a good job with staffing. But like, I feel like there's no incentive to staff other than like you just get to be around. Like if you don't get like let's say you don't get like the main stage as your staffing like employment assignment, right? Then you just working in some room with, no offense, some guys like us, like, oh, you got everything you need, okay, and then that's it.
Yeah, registration is probably the worst, and then having to babysit different panels, that's probably not too fun.
Oh yeah,
What
especially if
it's
you
a
meet a
bad
prima
panel?
donna. Jesus Christ.
Or a prima
Yeah.
donna, or like, or just the people, like, let's say it become like, some panels just end up being popular. Sometimes you, but like, let's say like last year, the husbando panel ended up being really, really popular. I'm talking like there were people in the hallway. And like, what if you get a panel like that? Like, there was nobody really over there, like, to help facilitate. Like, all right, we cutting the room off. It's too many people. Sorry. Like, there was nobody to do that. And if you do have to do that, sometimes people ain't that nice. I want to get in, you know, niggas.
You know, niggas is crazy, but I agree with you. A lot of panels can be a little basic. I'm not shooting down anyone's panel. At the end of the day, y'all submitted maybe before, maybe someone liked it better. At the end of the day, you got it.
Congratulations, though.
Congratulations to y'all,
though.
and I wish you nothing
upset,
but the best.
congratulations.
I'm upset because I don't have one, but I'm not upset because you have one. If anything, I'm just upset I'm not in the group with y'all and someone's not upset at me. But you know, it is what it is. So at the end of the day. Yeah, at the end of the day, I wish y'all nothing but success on that. For real. Let's be real. Good clap. That being said, yeah, the only real good thing about this, I'm always gonna try and see the brighter side in it, right? The bright side for me is that I get to go to a lot of the homies panels now. Like, our boy DR Marshall, shout out DR Marshall. He has a manga making panel at 7:30 on Friday. I don't get to see Persephone Thickfiance because of him. I let him know. I am sad about that. However, or Big Ja or E. I don't get to see any of them. But it is what it is. I'm gonna see the homie. But the only bad part about it is that that's during the Hood DBZ premiere with Rab, and I really want to go to that too. So I'm probably just gonna show up to Rab's late, but I'm gonna be there for the picture. Try and get some FaceTime with our boy because he said he try and party and be drunk all weekend. So you know what it is.
Rab's
you know
on Friday, right?
Rab's on Friday.
Rab's on Friday.
Damn.
And so that's my other thing. I'm still upset about their scheduling. I feel like everything isn't spread out enough ever, because I'm running into scheduling conflicts. We don't even have everything, and I'm already having scheduling conflicts. I'm like, no, like.
I feel like they overlap a lot of the things I think should have more space, right? Like a lot of the things that are the same, they try to put in the same area, and I'm like, no, put like this thing here, this thing here, this thing here. So like, if you are a Disney girly, Disney boy, Disney fan, you can go to Disney stuff all day if you really felt like it, right? You got Disney thing here, Disney thing here, Disney thing. If you like manga stuff, manga. If you like this, or if you want to switch it up, I don't have the opportunity to do that because a lot of things that's going on right now is they got a block of Disney, a block of anime, a block of this, and I'm like, fuck, now I gotta choose what I think is best rather than try and zigzag and zoom around, you know?
And and I felt that I had the same problem last year. So I'm a little worried about, like, that always sucks because as I've said before, I don't go for the stars and the YouTuber and VTubers, like the people. I go for the panels. So it sucks that like I can't do as many panels as I want to. I have to choose. But I am excited for a couple panels. Which ones am I excited about? Makeup for Hotties. Really excited about that because I don't do my makeup, so I'm gonna learn how to do makeup, y'all.
I might go to that with you because I do need to learn how to do my makeup.
I don't know, and when I say I don't do my makeup, eyeliner, lip, done. That's all you gonna get.
When I tell you, like,
half of the foundation, contour, highlight, concealer.
No,
I could do someone's face. It wouldn't be the best, but I could do it. I watched Jordan do it enough.
When I tell you some of my cosplays, it's built into the scheming that I need to run into a girl that can do makeup, so she just does it for me. Like, because I just don't know. I don't know where to start. I'm just like, pray.
Foundation. You start with foundation.
BL Bingo. I'm really excited about BL Bingo. and start with concealer, then foundation. I do know that much.
I don't need to conceal nothing. I don't hide my truth, baby.
You probably would want to use a little concealer under your eyes, and
I don't wear makeup, so we don't have that issue in the first place. And if I want to get rid of my eyeshadows, it's really easy. I just have to do face care for like a week.
So it's a choice.
Yeah. He chooses.
I can only get rid of it by so much. Let's be real here. I can't get rid of it, but I can make it lighten up. I'm just lazy.
BL Bingo. I'm really excited about that since I've been on the BL kick, as we all know. I'm still on it. I want y'all to know if y'all thought I fell off. Boy love.
See, you said BL. I thought Blue Lock.
I knew she meant boy love. I just knew.
You know who said that? Jordan. Jordan said the exact same thing. She was like, "Oh yeah, Blue Lock." And I was boy love. Because I said, "Oh, I found a boy." I said I found a BL group on Facebook. I'm really enjoying it. Suggestions. And Jordan was like, "Why didn't he?" Huh?
You cutting in and out. Yeah, I think it's just because you're yelly.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm yelly. I was like, no, not Blue Lock suggestions. It's like boy love suggestions. But yeah, so and then Black Girl's first anime love. I'm excited about that.
Fair. All fair. So I'm gonna ask you guys about, let's say, people wise. As you know, DreamCon's been getting a lot more attention, a lot more hype. We got more creators coming out. We got more people coming out. What do you guys think the vibe is going to be this year? You think it's going to be like last year? You think it's going to be improved? You think it's going to be more people? You think there's going to be some weirdos? Because, there was a whole situation with that dude streaming and there's no bad bitches out here and shit like that, and people being weird about just anime conventions in general, right? So what do you guys think the overall vibe will be? Do you think it'll improve?
I think it'll be closer to last year, sadly. It's going to be a lot like that vibe. We're in a bigger city, like a city like Houston.
Specifically.
Yeah, it's because it's in, and that's the thing. I think because it's in Houston specifically, there are a lot of content creators who live in Houston. Like, Houston is a place to live for content. And so I think because of that, we're going to get a lot of people entering, and this is not me gatekeeping. I film it if they are respectful. But a lot of people entering our space who aren't from our space.
Who aren't ganging. Right. I feel it. You were going to say something.
I was just following the same sentiment. Because it's in Houston. Atlanta's Atlanta, Miami's Miami, and Houston's Houston. And it's going to be one of them cities, especially with them people. Like, if you're going to get more people coming in, it's either like they don't know what's going on, or they just kind of looking for the bad bitches. And I'm not mad at it, but like that respectfulness thing is where I'm more worried about. Like a lot of people would think like, oh, she's in like skimpy like cosplay, she must do OnlyFans. No, that's not what that means. Like,
right. I didn't even think about that. I think that's going to be a big thing. Like, I was thinking of it more in the sense of like, middle school, high school shit, like, oh, look at the nerds, oh, like that. But I didn't even think like, bitch is gonna be naked, and somebody gonna be like, oh, the hoes, and we all like, we as a community know cosplay isn't consent, but like, they don't know that.
So I was actually gonna bring up one thing I have been seeing though is I think this is gonna be more. I'm gonna agree with you guys, but I'm gonna say this also. A lot of people are trying to make this a very ratchet cosplay convention this year. I have seen way more than any other year chicks being like, oh, we in Houston? Y'all better be shaking ass and popping pussy. I'm like, that's the time we're on because we're in Houston? Okay.
Oh, the nightlife is going to be so much wilder.
Well, the nightlife is going to be crazy. It's going to be much
you're in charge of nightlife. I will say that. You already know.
Go Heed.
I mean, I've met people out in Houston. I've been to Houston a couple times. I've seen the nightlife on a regular, so I can only imagine what it would look like with this involved.
No, it's gonna be crazy. I hope none of the bad stuff that happened last year happens this year. I hope that everybody can be adults and play nice while we're out and having fun. And if someone's shaking ass and is willing to shake ass on you, that you're cool and you catch that. But
No, because y'all be acting real like ungrateful with y'all ass shaking. You're welcome. Like, I'm killing
Nigga
it
said
today.
they
I'm on it.
ungrateful. No, you're on it. You're on roll. Woo. Yeah, be grateful for the ass that's shaking, because it sounded like to me a lot of people trying to shake some ass. And I'm not opposed to ass shaking. I'm opposed to shaking my ass, but I'm gonna be doing my little jig. You already know, what does it take to get me like that? Come on,
I'm not commenting on that because that
half a
sounds
bottle of
crazy.
tequila and a full bottle of soju. I'm ready to go the rest of the night. Let's do it. Let's get wicked.
Yeah, we getting Greg lit. So what are you looking forward to, Galaxy Greg? What are you excited to see, or who?
So I am most excited for Megan Thee Stallion. I know she's gonna be there. I can sense it. I can taste it in the air. But no, my real thing.
Gonna be there. I've been speaking it since they said Houston.
So my thing is, I'm really excited for all the people that I've met this past year and going to DreamCon and kept up with. Like, I'm excited to see Mike. I'm excited to see Rab. I'm excited to see DR Marshall. I'm excited to see Lex, who I didn't unfortunately get to interview last year. But we set something up this year. I've met so many content creators and kept up with them this past year that I know are gonna be out there. Oh, Dragon too. That I'm so happy that I get to meet all these people and be cool with them. So like, I'm really excited to meet and make new friends with these people and get to interview them, check out their life, check out their content, and promote them. Like, that's my favorite part about DreamCon. That small creators can meet their big creators and bigger creators, and you can meet anybody out here. You can meet someone who's starting, you can meet someone who's blown up, you can meet someone who's like mid-tier, but you know them and follow their content. Like, it's perfect to me for that. So
I'm excited that we have somebody in our group who is their first DreamCon this year. I'm excited for D. Like, I'm excited. Like, this is my same feeling like when I get to take someone to a Disney park for the first time and just see their joy and how much they like it. I'm excited for that.
Pop that dream cherry.
I remember when I was that green.
But that's also a super fun thing. Yeah, D's never been, and her tagging along is something lit as fuck to me. Especially because like we're not in crowd, but I think we're slowly becoming the MF Doom of the anime community. And I say that because we're not the most popular, we're very niche, but we're low key some of your favorite people's favorite people. You feel me?
We are your favorite people's favorite people. I agree.
I'm not saying we're there yet, but we're becoming that. Yeah, definitely he. I don't know how he fucking does it.
That is not true.
Nigga stepped on the pod and said, that's my shit.
Look, man, I bounce into all the cosplayers and connect with them. And so I see them and I'm going to try and get up with them when we there. And I just get random interviews because of that one costume and find out, oh, it's this network, that network. Like, I didn't even realize that was the Chocolate Network. I'm like, he looked familiar. Whatever. Interview. Next thing I know, months later, it was like 6 months later, they just throw it up there. I'm just like, oh, that was okay. Yeah, that connects. That connects. And I'm the cover of the post. So.
Yes, sir. But I'm saying that I think that's like gonna be our position for a few years, unfortunately, just how podcasting, all this stuff works until you blow. But like the way I've seen it and the way I've talked to people, anybody who's had a personal conversation with us, been on the pod with us, talk with us outside of it, they fuck with us. And it is something, it's not a brag, it's just it's a very nice statement to be able to make, and it makes me very proud of what we've created here, because that means that, for lack of a better term, it's real. It's not just humbling. Yeah, it's very humbling. It's not just three niggas hopping on a mic and just talking bullshit. It's like, oh, whatever. Everybody who's come here wants to either come back or wants to see what we do next, and that lets me know how real what we do is. That it's a vibe. You just gotta get it out there to the masses. But I can't wait to hang out with all these people. I wish that either we knew someone had a different type of Airbnb where it was like, oh, they don't care if you throw a party. I would come and throw a Day Zero party. I would come and throw like a Friday party if I was known enough. I would do shit like that. Why? Because I'm a host. I love hosting.
You do love hosting.
I do a good job at it too.
I need you to Freaks and Geeks to collab with the Freaks and Geeks. because y'all just fit in together.
Facts. I haven't reached out to them,
Facts.
ironically, right? Nisha Play,
Yeah.
she gonna be there too.
Oh, I can't wait. I haven't seen her in forever. I definitely need to make sure I get an interview with her. Love her. What are you guys not looking forward to? Like, what are you dreading at DreamCon this year?
The heat, especially because I
The
plan to
awkward.
cosplay every day. The heat is one thing. I'm gonna follow up. I'm gonna let you take that, and then I'm gonna join in on that.
You're
But
not
go ahead, Heat.
awkward. You said you're awkward?
No, I said the awkward. I'm not looking forward to the awkward.
Oh.
Like, the
Yeah.
awkward struggling conversations, the awkward standing around in places, the awkward I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, the awkward random yelling anime debate matches in the middle of the hallway. I'm not looking forward to any of that.
Now,
Cringe.
I'm gonna jump on the awkward train, right? I wouldn't say I dislike it. Like I said last year was very humbling to recognize that like some people aren't where I'm at, personally, in terms of comfortability with themselves with being out, and that's fine. But it's just something that I don't necessarily say I'm looking forward to because it does make conversations hard when someone's not confident. Like they could know all the information. This could be their favorite anime, but being in front of camera, just talking to someone who they've never met before, can be the most nerve-wracking and anxiety-producing thing. I'm not a fan of it because I don't like making people feel uncomfortable. And I know one thing I'm doing in that moment, even if you really want to do it, is making you feel uncomfortable. I don't want to do that at the end of the day. Like I take that shit very seriously. Like if you ever meet Galaxy Greg and I am making you uncomfortable with my words, my jokes, my mannerisms, let me know.
It's working.
Am I twerking? It's terrible.
Yeah. Nah, he got it.
I can't clap for shit, but if I jump when I go walking down the stairs, someone be applauding me for real. I don't know who's doing it. I think I got ghosts.
That was a bar. I gotta give you that. Like if Megan said that, I'll be like, okay, bar. But Greg said that. No.
I'll send it over to Bestie. Get you some rights.
Please get me on the track. I'll clap to be on a Megan track. I'm kidding. I won't. I don't want that. I'm chilling. Diva, what are you not excited for?
I actually haven't experienced this at DreamCon. I've experienced it at other conventions, but it's the thing I don't like the most is that is the overbearing fan. The like I talked about it at what con did I go to not too long ago? I don't remember the con I went to. MetroCon.
MetroCon.
No, MetroCon. Where it's like you're so excited to be here and you're like overtaking actually it did happen at DreamCon like 2 years ago. You're overtaking the panel, you're taking and now nobody else gets to
your mic doing that thing. But I got what you're saying. Niggas okay. overtaking the conversation, overtaking the panel. I get you. I just wanted to repeat it for those while she just corrected the mic. You good? Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't look forward to that because it takes a lot for me to bite my tongue, and I'd be the first one to be like, "Shut the fuck." Somebody else wants to talk, but I just be sitting there like so. But I think that's what I'm looking forward to the least because I like we said before, we recognize like this is sometimes and I met someone last year. I'm so mad that I did not exchange phone numbers with her, like Instagram or anything. This wasn't her vibe. Like her brother was big, like she's into anime, but she's more quiet, reserved. Her brother was like out, and we were both at a party together, and we were just sitting in the back, chitty chatting the whole time. We do a cute little 2-step, something, but me and her were just chitty chatting and vibing, and you could tell sometimes when her brother came around, not any shade to him, it was just like he was just like the loud, boisterous one, and like she would be not get lost, but like get lost in all of that, and I don't want people to get lost in their time out, because like shit, these tickets are expensive. So, people in Houston ain't cheap. Like, you gotta get there, pay for your flights, pay for your hotel, pay for the tickets. Like, I want everybody to be able to enjoy their time.
Don't remind me about the tickets because I don't want to be that guy. This is a off the record conversation, but What justifies you charging 30,000 people basically $200 to step in the building when all of your workers are volunteers?
I don't know. I really don't, because a lot of this is
I don't
sponsored
either.
too, isn't it? I'm not gonna get into the logistics of it, but
Yeah.
maybe this is how they make their bread for the year at this point. I don't know,
Maybe because
but I
I'm
also
going to
don't
a
know what goes
convention.
into it. I'm very curious to the mathematical logistics of it, because they have a score of sponsors that they have on the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony. They're posted all over the place. Places like Crunchyroll and what would have been Funimation, but Crunchyroll and other sites provide them with a lot of promotional stuff. You know, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure they got to pay for their own advertisement and whatnot. But how far does that go into your profits? Is my question, right? Like you said, 30,000 people, $200, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Quick math
there's
says
a
that's
convention.
$600,000
Uh,
before taxes and any other thing that come out. But I'm not pocket watching. I'm just doing quick math. I'm curious of the logistics of it all. Maybe I want to
I-
have a convention one day. I don't, but like I want to know
I'm
what
going to a
goes
convention
into
this.
planning this. You know?
I'm going to a convention this weekend, and the weekend passes is $60. And I checked it 3 times because I was like, "Nah, this ain't right for the whole weekend. It's $60."
Yeah,
That's
that's how it
funny as
is.
shit.
Like
I'm not gonna
MomoCon,
lie to you.
it's only like certain places. Like I looked up, what was it, New York Comic Con or something like that, and those
Mhm.
passes for the weekend were like $450.
Oh yeah,
Which is
because
crazy.
and that's because it's New York Comic Con. That is the big. That's one of the biggest conventions that is. You know.
Building's
Right, but
only
like,
like so big.
right, like New York Comic Con, LA Comic Con, like those are the biggest of the big. So like, and not saying that DreamCon isn't big, but like, wait, I just want to know where my funds are going.
I want to know. I want it to be known. Blurred cons. Remember, I talked about like the Blurred Con VIP and how I was thinking about getting them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They sold out like that same week.
Yeah.
Damn.
The VIPs, which are $303, but their
And it's
tickets
like
are
I
one
get
hundred and
that.
three. So
I get that. Like, because realistically speaking, like I don't care. Like I want to go enough that I'm not questioning how much you're acting for. I'm just curious of where it goes.
yeah,
And I realize like if with all of these things, if you're going for like meeting the content creators, the celebrities or the voice actors and stuff, your best bet is to get those higher end passes because that puts you in the most likely probable situation to find them. Not necessarily you will, but you're more
Mhm.
likely to when you can be in this area that they are allowed in.
Right.
exactly. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping I got some connects this year. I'm really hoping if we see that guy again, I'm not gonna lie, Benta, I'm leaving your ass.
I don't
Is
think
that
I don't
because he was waiting on me?
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Yeah,
We were
sort of.
waiting for them. We were waiting for them to come downstairs.
But he
Oh,
also was saying
okay.
because I was in cosplay, like I feel like he was just yapping. But he was
I don't
like
know.
functional yapping because he could get in.
Facts. So based off of that and what we just talked about, I'm gonna start the conversation off just to give you guys an example. What's something you're hoping for this year, right? And for me, I'm hoping for two things, right? More food inside of the convention center.
We say this every year.
Bruh, there is
We
no
say this
reason.
every year.
There is no me and he forgot to eat all day and then had to go do something. And I was like, fuck, we should get something to eat, shouldn't we? He's like, yeah. So we stopped and got some talk and started talking to some random people at the table. Like, they're like, we don't have any tables. You want to sit at the bar? Absolutely. I just want a taco. I'm starving. I want to eat something other than tacos, please. I know it's a Tex Mex state, but please have some options. That's my only request. That's one, right? Number two, I'm hoping for just a little bit more organization when it comes to lines. I know it's volunteers. I know last year was better. We're right there. We are right
And
there.
a
We're
percentage
this
of my
close.
ticket go to velvet ropes, Velcro ropes, like just to get some organization.
We should
It's only
buy
gonna be worth it.
buy the Velvet Rose package. If it costs a little bit more for those ropes, get them. I promise you they will come in handy. Because they
I'm
did
not
really
gonna
good
lie.
with the watering stations, but they were like always empty. Because
They
everyone,
were always
because
empty.
everyone was thirsty.
They were everywhere, but they were empty. And you would watch them empty again. They was
Yeah.
on that water.
Oh, you just gave me a great idea. What if now hold on, right? What if we buy the ropes ourselves, right? The block off ropes, and carry them around, and then we stand on the opposite side of the line and put the rope down, and now they think we VIP.
We just marking out.
I would go to panels I wasn't even gonna sit in. I'll be like, this panel starting 10 minutes, bet. All right, bring the rope, and then have y'all just come out with some rope, and they'd be like, wait, what's this? This is the VIP section. Y'all ain't here? So all my platinum badges and my gold badges get in this line. Platinum's first, gold's next. Come on, come on. No, I didn't hear. You didn't hear about the schedule change? That's on you. I'm just trying to do what they told me, and I'm gonna do all this shit, and then just leave.
They gonna kick your ass out. They gonna be like, where those niggas with the ropes? Find niggas with the ropes.
Hell yeah. You won't question it if you commit that to that level. Like,
yeah, if you
I
commit,
just
nobody
show
will
up
question
and
it.
put a line there and a rope. Like, you're like, I mean, they must work here.
I'm gonna say that Jasmine told me to do it because there's always a fucking Jasmine.
Always a Jasmine.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, what you hoping for?
I'm hoping to meet Meg Thee Stallion.
That's a big hope.
I know. No, I'm joking because we don't know if she's coming. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that she comes. That I am. I am hoping that she comes. Even if I don't see her, if they be like, "Oh, Meg, was that a dream?" Yeah.
Seeing her would be damn near impossible.
I mean,
meeting her would be impossible.
It depends on how she does it because, like, I mean, she's not as big, but I felt like she's level of stardom. Tia Cornay was there dressed as Mikasa one year, and she was just casually there, walking around, taking pictures with people, and it wasn't like an overbearing crowd. Either people didn't realize what was happening or they didn't know who she was.
Yeah, but
And
Meg's too noticeable in my opinion.
So with Meg, I feel like you wouldn't see her at all. If she was there, she might walk on stage for something, but she's not going to perform because I know they're not about to pay that ticket.
Oh no, I don't want her to perform. I just want her to be there.
I don't want her to perform.
I want her to be able to enjoy the convention. Is what I like. She should be able to dress up as something. Dress up like real good, be hidden for the most part.
And come on the main stage, like the main stage, the intro ceremony or the closeout ceremony. Like she should just be able to come, cause like she's a nerd just like us. I just want Bestie to be able to. That's so.
It's just the price of fame, man. J. Cole said it best. You know, he enjoys just flying commercial, but when he started flying private, it's just less hassle. I don't have to deal with everything that comes with it. You know. Like Kai Cenat, when he was on that flight, and that flight attendant kept waking him up to take pictures and talk to different family members. Like, if she's noticed, she's stuck. Wherever she walked in at, she's stuck right there. Her security gonna have to start shoving people to the ground. And even then, it's like, now, is it worth it?
Yeah.
But that's why people of a very high caliber start flying private. Because it's like, if y'all was cool, maybe one or two pictures, cool. Because we saw... Jordan met Anthony Anderson in the airport when we were flying back from DreamCon the one year, and it's really funny.
Oh, I remember that.
Exactly, and it's really funny because like she saw him, she couldn't talk, she verbally couldn't speak, and he's like, "Hello," and talked to her. They didn't take a picture; they just talked really quick, and he gave her a hug, and she went about her day. I was like, "You should have got a picture," but like at the end of the day, when you're noticeable but not going to get approached, you can go commercial. Yeah, commercial, business, first class, and just be there. Because I've seen a couple people like that, and that's actually also how I saw Kalani Rogers.
Right, but like context also is a part of it. Because like, yeah, she could fly. Like, yeah, she could go to probably certain places and not get bum rushed. Like an anime convention, people are gonna want to be like, "Oh my god, Meg." But the thing I'm looking. I want to make friends. That's all I want to do. I'm there to make friends and meet people. I want to do as many interviews as possible. And I want to twerk. I want to twerk in Houston. Last time I was in Houston, I twerked, and
Well, you better get that Bengay out, because them knees can only handle but like 10 minutes of it, so.
All I need is some shots. 2 shots of tequila, I can twerk.
That's crazy.
What about you, Heed?
I want to make friends too. I do want to touch base with the folks that I do know just from other places that are also going, or just people that I met there or whatever. I want to be more inspired with the cosplay stuff because I know I'm definitely lacking this year, but that's okay. Like that's a personal gripe on me. But and I also want to figure out what the hell I like going to balance the whole like separate Instagram things because I'm like I want to give people the cosplay one not just because like it's more like you don't really care about the other one. Like unless you care about movies, there's no reason to be on that one.
But my thing is, so I know that one way to balance is what I do is like when you make the post, you only add it to your story, or
Yeah.
you collaborate for a very short amount of time and then just get rid of it as a collaborator.
take it off.
Because then it gets the views, it gets the shares, it gets the likes from both pages, but then it's only on this page if you ever want to see it
Right.
again.
It only remains.
But I agree with you. I'm trying to figure out how to balance a lot of stuff as well, so I'm right there with you, just
Same.
figuring out. I literally have on my whiteboard, me and Jordan did a planning session of like what I'm gonna do to improve. I haven't been doing it so far because I haven't found the time to sit down and like clip farm for games and figure out what I'm reviewing. But I have a plan. I just have to execute it now. Is it weird that I kind of want to start like scheduling, like hitting people up, be like, "Yo, be a minority meetup is this day," and like outside of the convention, or like, "Hey, this time is when we're meeting a ton of people," and like try to get all the people that we know at once to get in one congregated place for a picture, and b like to just meet them.
No.
Because there's so many people that want to meet us, and it's like I would love to meet you guys too. But I'm gonna be ripping, rolling.
I think we should do a Be More Nerdy meetup. I think that'd be cool. All the people we've talked to, and even I think people would be willing to do it because I like they fuck with us and they just want to say, and it's just to say, hey, take a picture, say what's up. And then they can meet other people that fuck with us and like,
Facts.
My only gripe is with it not being a scheduled event. I think you're gonna be hard pressed to like for them to remember.
No, facts. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it wouldn't be anything too crazy. Like if I found out all the people that we really fuck with that like are content creators were gonna be there like Wednesday, Thursday. Like if everyone I mentioned earlier said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there Thursday," I'd be like, "Yo, Thursday, we got an Airbnb or around the Airbnb. Let's meet up here. Let's get some drinks, meet up. Yeah, let's meet up at a restaurant, get some drinks, let's have some fun, and then we'd play Level Up with just our little friend group." You know how good a content it is to have Level Up with only content creators.
We need a white room.
White room content. White room content.
We be white room content. Uh-oh. Look at the school.
Yeah, that's something I just wanted to do. That's the thought I had because I was like, dog, I want to meet up with so many people. I need to start making a schedule.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for DreamCon. My cosplay's here. I already had my kimono. I found a way to not have to make something, so yay me. I still have to make the scythe, but yeah, I found a way to. It's okay. No, it's okay. I'm gonna make it. I'm excited to make it. So
no, I'm more sorry because when Chris hit me up, I didn't see it. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I sent that reel I sent you earlier, and I sent Chris, and then I scroll up, and they had asked me for help, and I'm just like, I didn't see this. I didn't see this.
Because they were asking like how to do it, and I was.
I have to make 2 separate pole weapons and a sword.
Okay, now what were you saying?
I was just saying the materials I needed, but yeah, I'm gonna make it. But I found the cutest plushie of the Misu Misu the fire, so I'm gonna just buy the plushie, so then I can have the plushie.
Nice.
It's not Misu Misu. What is it called?
The little fire plushies that
yeah,
Maki has.
Yeah, Pusu Pusu. That's what it is.
All right, nice. I don't think I have anything else to say on DreamCon, honestly. It's a convention. We go. I'm excited. It's our big convention of the year because it's where we all meet up, we all see each other, we all go, and we try to meet other creators who are like-minded. But anything else you guys want to share about it?
Oh, Sputter. That's what the fuck you were talking about.
Yeah. Anything, and it says Sputter.
Yeah, it does say Sputter. I don't know why I call it
Sputter.
But
that's what it's called.
So cute? Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah. Isn't it so cute? I'm gonna bring it with me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my biggest thing is definitely gonna be trying to like balance like actively moving around with people that want to link up, like you said. Like that's gonna be a hard part. Especially when I'm not like too familiar with the convention center. It won't take me long to get familiar with it, but
Right.
I'm hoping that us being relatively close, like it's a little more flexible and stuff. But
Mhm.
I don't know. It might just be one of them. Like I'm gonna just put up somewhere and see what the vibes are. But I'm hoping to run into like more male cosplayers that actually like want to connect and stuff. Because with female ones, it's so hard. Because I'm like, I promise you, I do not. I'm not pressing up on you. I'm
I'm not
not
trying
like
to
I'm
fuck.
genuinely a fan of the content. I'm trying to like connect on that level.
I think that was my
But
hardest thing about trying to interview females because I didn't do too many
Mm.
because I always don't. I'm always conscious of the fact that me coming up to you can be seen as weird. So I try to be strategic in the way that I do it. You know, I try to be as
oh,
polite as possible to everybody, but yeah.
I turn my nigga down all the way. Like, you know how you code switch? I code switch in the sense that like I just have levels and I turn the
Really?
nigga down and the nerd all the way up.
Oh, I thought
And
you just turned the gay up.
You know, no one would question if you're trying to press up if you did turn that dial up.
you know how many more questions I have to answer if I did that?
Yeah, you like
Bitch, I love Slay.
Next thing you know, they're gonna like introduce me to some guy and I'm just like, these not the vibes. I
And that's where you turn the
these
dial
not
back.
the
Hey,
vibes.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa, whoa,
whoa.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
That's where
whoa.
you become the gorilla.
Not the gorilla.
Oh man.
But yeah, so I just like try to be conscious in that sense, so like they don't see me as threatening or approaching like that. But I mean, I don't know. I do feel like female cosplaying is so dope, and it's just harder for like I don't know how to do it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So what you need to do? So you need a girl wingman. So you gotta have like me with you, and then I'll be like, "Girl, my friend think you cute."
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. See, you're already fucking up. We gonna stick D with you when you need to hit up a cosplayer because D gonna be she's gonna be full nerd. You feel me? And
Yeah,
she's a
she gonna
girl,
be
so it's
full
gonna
nerd.
be
Yeah.
it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, we'll put
Hey,
D with you.
Tisha worked for like that morning where I don't know where the fuck all y'all went, and she was with like that. That was good
I
work
was
right
with
there.
you 99% of the time.
No, the morning that I wore the Batman one, like I don't know where the fuck y'all went, and then it was just me and Tisha. Like she was the segue.
I remember that. I think I went to some voice acting thing or something like that. Or so I went to something. I don't know.
It was after the picture.
Mm. Yeah. I went somewhere. I can't remember where though. Hmm. That's all I had for DreamCon. So if no one has anything else other than go DreamCon, let's hop into the news. So for news, I want to start off with movies because two great movies have come out since we last potted, and that's Sinners and Thunderbolts.
I didn't get to
I
see
wouldn't say
Thunderbolt.
great.
You mean Next Avengers? They changed the name.
They just changed the name, and that's a spoiler because I mean that was the ending thing
No,
that was a
it's
spoiler.
on everything.
No,
Oh,
it's
no,
a spoiler.
everywhere.
I'm telling you, it's a spoiler, and Disney spoiled it because at the end of the movie, when it says the Thunderbolts, it rips it off and says New Avengers. It's a spoiler.
Oh, I didn't know because
I know because you didn't see the damn movie and try to tell me my damn movie.
I'm saying I saw it on the interweb, so
I know.
I didn't think it was.
But
a
yes,
spoiler.
that was the nice little spoiler, like the nice little change. But go ahead,
That's what the asterisk was for.
Right, that's what the asterisk was for.
Because it was a temporary name, and apparently that they decided to change this. Just sorry to cut you, Greg, but
You good? No,
they
you good.
decided the spoilers already there. They decided to change it after they already did everything, and they put it out there, and it was like, well, we might as well call it this because then we can tap into that fan base and the hype for that. But it's like we already have this, media and publicity out there. We're just gonna leave it like this, but we're gonna let fans know at the end, like this is what the actual title is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Had to make sure they had it right for that Wheaties box.
Yeah.
He got that. But yeah, so let's talk Sinners, right? Sinners, I want to come to you first. And that's specifically because he posted a review of Sinners, and then he was like, let me go watch it again. Because everybody gave him a lot of flack. I would like to hear your
Really?
thought process on it. specifically because you watched it twice. I want to go see it again. In how we said the best way to see it in the IMAX. So maybe next week when it
70
comes back.
millimeter IMAX is the best. But
Yeah,
but
but
there's not too many of those.
but let me hear what happened. Let me hear some of that, and then we can dive into the movie a little bit.
I mean, I
This may
think from a
contain
lot of,
spoilers, not this part, but following. Just letting y'all know.
I'll do it without spoilers, but I feel like a lot of the movie.
Damn.
Actually, spoilers are irrelevant at this point. I think everyone's seen it in the world.
Honestly.
I didn't think Sinners was a 10 out of 10 like most people did. And because I was so against the 10 out of 10, and plus I saw it the day it came out, and I was reading a lot of comments that were irritating me, I actually gave it a lower like rating than I should have because I was irritated at the comments and I didn't think it was a movie. I felt all in all, like I do think if I had to rate it on a scale of 10, I would give it 8.5 out of 10. I give it that. Because it did a lot of things very well. The thing I don't like is how some of the plot points were kind of loose or loosely put together.
Can you give
and,
me
like,
one of them
things
just so I can understand a little better?
So like one thing I felt like they could have tied together a little better was the whole transition from like them turning into vampires to them having like opinions afterwards. Like the after credit scene and everything they were saying or they're after the fight or during the fight, everything they were saying didn't tie to when they initially were turned. Because when they initially turned, it was just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna murder all y'all. It's like, nah,
Right.
come
Okay.
live
I
on
feel
this
you.
side.
I feel you. Yeah.
And it felt like, everyone outside was kind of like just mind linked to Remick, and it was Remick's thoughts, and they were all on board. But then, like the fact that he died and they had their own opinions from jump, like, so did y'all just suddenly say, "Fuck it," like we just this? And I felt like what I
we didn't get to see the transition of that.
yeah, like what I personally would have preferred that if they did get married, maybe I feel like they should have just made it so they could have convinced her because she was as soon as she went out there, it was up. It didn't matter what she said, it was up. So you might as well had made it seem like they convinced her. And from there, when she gets back in, instead of Stack having no more words, just death and vampire, that could have been a conversation of her convincing him because that's where I felt like those two were fundamentally different. If Smoke was more like a straight shooter, no nonsense, and Stack was more like, "Oh, I'm about that money. I'm a pimp. I'm a player. So I see the long game here. Like forever, we keep making that money, And then I could beef with you because nobody's gonna worry about how we look together when we outlive them,
Right.
And I felt like that dialogue could have been better than just death, vampire trying to murder everybody in there.
Right.
Yeah, I think I see what you mean. I think I disagree about the Stack part because I just feel like the way they kind of show when people first transform, they're very aggressive. That first. Yeah. So for Stack, I get him like, I'm gonna fucking kill y'all. But Mary, I get it because once she got let in, she was pretty calm, if that makes sense. Like she knew, all right, I'm trying to like get everybody else in. I'm trying to get the plan moving. So I feel like you said, yeah, she should have been like trying to convince Stack to get on her side, but I did and they should have been trying to convince her if they had individuality because there's no way she'd have got turned and fuck everybody up, killing y'all. Because when she went outside, she went outside with we need to get this money. Yeah, like, I'm gonna get this money from my people. Yeah. So if they had this and they skipped. Spoiler alert. They skipped before he died. So they had this individuality about them since the jump because they left. Well, she left before everything went crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to do it as least spoilery as possible.
I mean, I got you. You haven't said anything.
So
because it's confirmed in the trailer that Stack is a vampire, right? So if you watch the trailer,
it's in the trailer that Stack's a vampire and that Mary is a vampire as well. So and like he said, it's everywhere. If you haven't seen something on it, I don't know.
Great
must not
job, I
be
guess.
great job. But if
great
you had
job,
this
honestly.
podcast, I promise you probably heard something about it. What I will say is, yes, I agree that the individualism that they had temporarily was weird. It was not elaborated on. It kind of, he's like, I'm in their thoughts, they're in mine. They know everything I know. We all know everything we know. So that makes sense to why everybody was, join the congregation. We supposed to be kind to one another. Like that shit. That
Yeah.
made sense from there. But that is a plot point I'll give you. What I will say about the movie, just off the general, is that I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think I had my issues with it that didn't make it a 10. I would have liked a little bit more elaboration at some points, to help me
I
just
would like
understand
Grace to
things.
have done more in
Huh?
that moment. I wanted Grace to have done more in that moment.
I wanted Grace to say the N word. No, I'm joking. That's a joke. But my point is, um, I gave it a 9, but my other stance, A Hill I'll Die On. If you didn't give it an 8, you didn't recognize all the symbolisms and the work that was put into this movie. It's 7.5. If you didn't give it a 7.5 and above, like a smooth C+ and above, at the very least 7.5, and that's shaky. It needs to be a B. It's a B average. So I'm saying if it's not a B above, like when I don't say names on the pod that much unless I've already said them or y'all know who they are, but when the guy put the checks in our group chat and said it was a 4 out of 10, I said, oh yeah, it's because you went off the boat, African. That's why. In my head,
I didn't know he did that.
he said it was a 4 out of 10, and I was like, there's no way you thought that was a 4 out of 10. If you thought it was a 4 out of 10, you don't understand what being a Black American is, and then on top of that, just the connection to African heritage that it has is what I would call it.
Not just African heritage. It was very much like a connection of
your brow is furring, Heed.
Of I don't want to say oppression, but like oppressed people. Like that music scene, chills. Whoever's the producer on that, pay that man his money. Give him whatever he wants, or she, whoever produced it. Cause like I was in a laser theater, so like it's one of the soundy ones, and like it was giving me chills. Cause like even the visuals was amazing too, but like the music and the production of that scene, like chef's kiss. It's like literally my favorite scene of the movie. Go ahead.
I wanted finish your statement, but I want to get Heed's furred brow. I was curious about that from what I said.
I didn't know
I was gonna say about the like it very much like this movie is. First of all, can we talk about? I just want to give credit to Ryan Coogler for doing a, gosh, what's the word? I'm gonna say authentic, but that is not the word. An authentic movie, it's like a never thought, like an original movie. Like this is original. This isn't based off of or a retelling of, redo of. This is authentic. From my brain to paper movie.
Yeah.
I wanna, because those movies aren't being made anymore, and it's very upsetting. Like,
just to plug this
they're
in,
not going to the theaters.
No.
They're being made.
If you're looking for authentic movies, I think one studio that has been killing it since.
You about to say A24?
Are you about to say A24?
Oh, we know you're the A24 plug. But I agree with you. A24 be doing their fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because even in their like little description, they're saying like they take shots on like directors you might have never heard of, but they had this idea and they're like, fuck it, let's make the movie, see what it do. And like that's why their catalog is so unique to me. But like you said, there is a lack of original, not the blockbuster hits. So coming out with something original, a lot of people don't care enough to go see it when the movie industry is already struggling. So I get where you're coming from, and I do agree. Like the fact that this came out of his head on some Key and Peele shit, chef's kiss.
Yeah,
all
chef's
right.
Kiss.
I wanted to jump on the furred brow. I said about the
go for what's the furred brow?
About the I was talking about the connection to African heritage and Black America. There we go.
No, that was definitely there. I do think, me personally, like there were some things maybe I just didn't understand. I do think there was a deep connection there. I think there was a lot of intricate little details in there that you wouldn't have noticed. I felt like my issues with the plot are direct products of the fact that the plot suffered for the symbolism. In some scenes, the symbolism was more important than the storytelling, and he just kind of used that to jump through it into the next point, which is okay. Like I said, overall, like this was an amazing movie. I will not take that away in any sense. I just look at the film a little differently, and there were certain points where like questions, like the whole Grace thing after she said, "Come on in here." There was nothing. It amounted to nothing. It was just a moment.
So
One of my friends said she didn't even see what happened. She thought she ran away.
So go ahead. Yeah, I want you to take this.
No, you got it.
You sure?
I've seen it.
Okay.
I got it. I've seen it explained two ways. One is like a parental hysteria type moment. Like, I need to get out to get to my kid. No, it doesn't make sense. There is no sense in it. There is no logic to this decision because I'm only thinking of one thing. I'm not thinking that, oh, they're after person A. Person A is right here. Why would they leave this area to go find person B to fuck with me?
And
because
I get
that was one, but the one I really liked, and it's a little reachy, but I did like the idea of it, and it's the relationships of Asian Americans to Black Americans then to white Americans, and how Asian Americans like tend to be with us and in it with us because they come over here as immigrants, and then when they get the opportunity to move up, they will leave us behind without care because they associate closer to whiteness than to Blackness. And I saw that it's a little reachy, but I was like, I see how I see that.
No, yeah.
That's not reachy at all. I understand that. Yeah, because
okay. I mean, no, I get it. I was just saying, if somebody didn't get it and was like, "No, that's reaching," I'm like, "All right, I get how you can," but because I saw that when someone said it, I said, "Yeah," like, yeah.
The spoiler-free thought of that is when shit got real, it was like time to go.
Yeah, he was like, she was like, "Let's go," and he was like, "Yeah, let's go, baby."
Friends, these are peoples. He said, "We didn't sign up for this. Let's get the fuck out of here."
Yep.
And because of that, it was their downfall.
When the party was over, they got the fuck.
So did y'all notice that? And I didn't notice. It didn't pick up on me why they were running to. But it also, they said, it relates to her being closer to whiteness is because she runs their white shop. He runs their black shop.
Yeah.
Right, his color shop. So he is, not that she is so removed, but she is closer to that whiteness than he is, and that's why it affects her decision making in the end of the day. Like,
so I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Right, and also the woman part. Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump on another reason. I thought you would say this one, but you didn't. So lucky me. So another one that people said was, if you notice, Rimerick was trying to get them all to come out. He poked and prodded at everyone. He tried to get Stack to get smoked. He tried to talk to Perlene. He tried to get Sammy to come out saying, I'll let everybody else live. All the black people were steadfast in the idea of, we're going to sit in here until daytime comes. He can't come in. We're good. So who did he go to next down the line? Who did he start to mentally play with down the line? I know how he be eating you. I got his memories. I know what you like. Poking and prodding. I'm going to go after your daughter next. Poking and prodding on the weakest link. Sadly enough, it was Asian lady, but he was poking and prodding because and I took that symbolism as like, when we're in these sticky situations, a lot of the time we stick together, we hold out, we know what we need to do, even if it's hard, even if we know other people on the other side like kind of suffering. But that picking and prodding at someone who's not really a part of the community, it's gonna get them to react, and because of it, we suffer.
I think they showed that multiple times in the movie with Mary, because
Right.
Mary's the first one to get turned.
Everybody can't come to the cookout, guys. I'm sorry.
And remember when they asked why Mary was there, they said she's family. Sometimes they can't be family. You gotta watch them.
She 1/8 black, I believe, and I think she's actually 1/8 black in real life too.
Yeah, so I've heard. Yeah.
That's all.
Y'all know what?
Perfect
the whole
casting.
movie, right? The whole movie, I'm watching her and I'm like, where do I know her? I know her. She's in something. She's Hawkeye. Y'all know she's Hawkeye.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Wait,
Like
what?
I watched the whole movie. I was like, this little
What?
like. First of all, yeah, she plays Hawkeye. The
In the
new
show.
Hawkeye, the girl.
She's
Hawkeye
Kate
in the
Bishop?
show.
Yes.
She's Kate Bishop. Go
Yes.
ahead. I
Then you
know.
licked my coos and fucked me so hard? It's Kate Bishop? Ain't no way! No! 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 Mm-mm. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't do this. Don't do this.
It is. You looked it up. That's a fact.
I'm looking it up right the fuck now. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Ain't no way, boy.
And
Ain't no way,
I watched the interview with her and the actress for what's her name?
Because I just rewatched the episode of that. That's fucking crazy if it is.
What's her name? Sorry, I don't want to say her name wrong.
Haley
'cause I will
Steinfeld?
fuck it. No, not Haley. Well, it was Haley and
She was also in Pitch
Okay, y'all.
Perfect. Oh my fucking goodness.
yeah, she was in Pitch Perfect. She was a baby in Pitch Perfect. Second,
Don't forget she's Gwen Stacy.
she's one.
I didn't even realize
she's been
that.
around.
Holy shit.
Annie. So her and the actress for Annie did an interview, and they're like, "What like?" And they were saying, "What Marvel show was the other one?" It completely like went over my head because I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, but I think the casting was amazing. The actor for Sammy, did y'all hear how he got his role? So he was on tour with her. And her was like, you are trying out for this movie. Like, you don't, like, nah, don't question it. You need to go and do it. This is for you. The first time he said words, I said, oh, his voice not that deep. And I'm not supposed to be this,
Chill,
splashy.
he only 20. I don't think he can drink yet.
I'm not supposed to be this splashy, because I was like, ooh. And then she was like, I'm married. Happily. I said, oh.
Every
Nah,
woman I know has been
next to
talking
me.
about that because he was quick with everything he said. You
Oh,
so
he's
beautiful,
like-
I just want to taste you. And you want to know what? We don't talk about it enough, but back then, thems was real eaters. Fuck what we got now. And I say that because she walked there. She walked there.
She walked there.
Wait. Not
And
only
it
did
was
she walk
dancing.
there, it was
They
the
was up
end of the
partying.
day. It was the end of the day in Mississippi. That is the swampiest, most marinated
They was
roast
partying
beef
before
you
he
gonna
got
eat
down
that
there.
day. And you know what? He ate it no question. That nigga walked around sniffing his lip. I know he did, because he never washed his face. That nigga smelled like pussy. You know he a
Yes, I
man.
did. But you see how he
Also,
was, he
Smoke
was-
got ass early in the day. I know you could smell it on him. You could smell that stank on him.
Oh, I wanted to talk about that. I have a question for y'all, but go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, he's preacher boy, preacher son, and you see he was touching every sin, all 7 of them. He was going down the list,
Preacher
knocking them
boy,
out.
more like eater boy. Ah.
When they was in the car, he was drinking, he was lusted, he was all 7 sins. Even Raft at the end when he was mad.
I'm not gonna lie, that nigga
Go
was
ahead.
ready to die a virgin. He was this close. Oh, it was
Smoke
almost
wasn't.
up for him.
It
Smoke
was
wasn't.
almost up.
Smoke or Stack.
Of
I
course
hope Stack got to stick it in. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he did. I think that nigga died during the foreplay, which is real bullshit. You killed me with blue balls, you motherfucker.
I've been pissed. I would hold that over her for the rest of our lives.
You remember when you killed me and my dick wasn't even out yet? Like, you could have let me stick it in.
So I heard there was this talk. They did the colors. There was a colorism discussion about how, like, they made Pearline and Annie seem very motherly. Pearline looked more like a hoe because she cheated on her husband, and Mary kind of got away with it. I disagree, because I feel like Stack was very hard on Mary about all of it. He was like, "Nah, like you married that white man, go be happy with the white man. That's for you." And she seemed very thirsty. Is the word I'm going to use for Stack. And then I feel like Annie, they said she was aggressive and very the motherly figure. And why does the big girl have to be like the bigger dark skinned girl have to be aggressive and motherly? But I was like, I don't think she was that aggressive. I think she was like, yeah, your body ain't forget me. So what's good? And because she was on the bottom, she was bent over. If I remember that correctly. And I do because that was my favorite sex scene of the movie. But like, do y'all think that they gave the white woman a better view,
No,
light than the dark skin?
I don't. Cause she was a pain in the ass the whole. She was a pain in the ass the whole movie. Period. Point blank.
I didn't see it that way. I think, and one of my friends who was watching the movie but only watched half and then watched the other half like a couple days later. But that entire period in between, illegal sites. That entire period in between was, they was like, oh, that white woman ruined everything. She done fucked up everybody. I'm like, no, it's not her fault. Because if you look at it from her perspective, just because she's white, that's why we're thinking. But she was a black woman and she ran off. Well, the man she loved told her to go marry somebody else because that's a happier life for you than I can provide. And she didn't want to do it, but because he up and vanished, she ultimately does. Because 7 years go by, and she finds out she back in town. All the strength that she was in town for her mother's funeral. If that ain't fate and destiny, I don't know what it is. So of course she gonna chase that down.
Fucking romantic.
It wasn't a romantic thing. I'm just saying, like, this is fate. Like, you need to go get that because that's what you wanted in life, really.
Yeah, you sound like romantic.
So, it's very romantic. I just want you to know that's a BL if I
never
heard
it's not romantic as in flowers. It's romantic as in storytelling is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, but I don't like I said, I didn't disagree. I think all of the women were held to the same standard. And I would like to give a shout out to Ryan Coogler for making them sexy and not taking their clothes off. I ain't seen not one tit.
I would have liked to see a tit. God damn it.
Were sexy as hell.
Okay, let's slow down now. They weren't that. The words were more enticing than there were books. Y'all like books. Y'all like books, and that's what it was.
I'm saying
your body didn't forget me. All right, I'm not some common whore. Damn it, it didn't. I'm definitely hard. What you gonna do about it, huh? Tears in my eyes. It didn't.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like a lot of times, especially when you have sex scenes in movies, especially nowadays, to make it seem sexier or the woman to seem sexier, we got to get a tit or she has to be naked. And I think they did a really good job of having sex without it being, like, naked.
You want to know why they had good sex scenes?
Why?
There it is.
Because they were black?
So,
their dicks big?
Wow. You didn't even see a single dick. They could have all been small. See, there you go, being prejudiced. No, I'm kidding. But my point is, the reason why they were so nice is because there was a smooth build-up. It was literal foreplay. Every time these scenes started, there was build-up. There was sexual tension in all of these scenes that they let build up. And when it was like, are they flirting? And the question was there, the answer smacked you in the face because it was always something intense. Example, fuck that your body remembers me. She said, there's been tension this whole movie. We know they've had sex. All this shit has happened. She's been pressing on him. I'm doing these things for you that I shouldn't be doing. We going behind your brother's back. It's that forbidden love type shit. She gets back in. We know something's up. And she says, you can rob those trains and banks, but you can't steal this pussy. The tension has exploded. We've been building and building and building. It's time to fuck. And then we don't even fuck yet. You're drooling. You want some? Oh, we got me a double bus? Crazy.
That was my least favorite. A lot of people love it, but I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
She can't look that man in his eye right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was like, that was a nice catch because you are drooling because you want to murder this man. But it's like, I mean, it's like,
No, she was smooth. She was smooth with it. 'cause I was
Why are you even speaking it? Just do it. Like, what the fuck? No, just do it.
Do you think they had a conversation like, we could fake the spit? No. Do it for real. Do it. Do it. Make it 2 takes. Let me get a double dose.
Oh,
Hold on, I don't think we caught the angle. We got reset.
you gotta do it again.
Gotta reset.
So they did a Hot Ones episode. I don't know if y'all seen it, but like, it was like he had to make her laugh, or else she had to eat a wing, or else he had to eat a wing. He just went up to her and just stared at her. She could not stop from laughing. I was like, "Hey, yo, what's the dude who voices Miles? Fuck,
the one who be crashing
yeah,
out?
the one that be crashing out." I was like, "He's
Moore?
punching the air right now."
Shamik Moore?
Yeah, I was like, "He's punching the air right now, bro."
Oh, because Gwen Stacy?
Yep.
Oh, right, because she's the voice actor.
I hope he didn't go see Sinners. Then he had to watch it.
He watched it. He watched it and he cried.
He was in there like, it should have been me.
It was her that he was pushing up on, right?
Yeah, it was her. And being
Okay.
weird, and because she's engaged now, I believe.
Yeah,
I think it was more blown
player.
out of proportions, to be honest. But to be fair, he was being a little. But to be fair, I mean, did you see her act? I'd be a little weird too.
I'd be a little weird too.
I'd be a little
Fucking
weird too.
goober. All right, we spent a lot of
Can-
time on
before we-
Sinners.
Before we close out, I just want to give a shout out to the Native Americans.
They know when to get the fuck
Yo.
out.
And then they was like, nah.
Oh,
Indians,
y'all
and
don't
they
want to
was
kill
like,
them? Bet.
Sun's going down.
Be
we going
safe.
home.
Y'all have a good one now.
So Thunderbolts. Me and you have seen it. What'd you think about it?
I have not.
No spoilers because of Diva.
I know.
You can spoil me. Y'all know I don't mind.
Well, Thunderbolts. Firstly, like it was. I'm going to say this. People are going to disagree, and that's okay, because I think Thunderbolts was slightly better than Captain America 4 or Brave New
I
World.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Sadly, I didn't
Because-
want to agree with you, but I found more enjoyment throughout the movie than I did with Captain America.
Because
I found
that was
a-
my issue.
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
No, finish your thought.
I was gonna say I found a lot of enjoyment with Captain America. I think they did a good job, as far as the last couple movies, but I think Thunderbolts was just better.
And the foundation for that would probably be the comedy, because Captain America, well, Brave New World there was not much humor. It was kind of just like action to the next action sequence, and there was mini breaks, but they weren't real breaks. But
There were
Thunderbolts
one-liners, and that's it.
yeah, like Thunderbolts was back to your typical format. Like, we have something going on, we got some setup, we got some dialogue, some comedy moments, and Office humor comedies, like The Office, the show humor comedy. And then we got a couple action, and then I love the fact like there was a good segment of the movie which like, who the fuck is this? Like, who is this nigga? I don't know who he is. Nobody knows who he is. Find out who he is.
So I'll say my reasoning for liking it is kind of opposite of yours. I think the basis wasn't comedy. I think the basis was something that more people connect with, and that's mental health.
Yeah.
A large portion of this movie's underlying layer was mental health, and specifically depression and bipolar disorder, right? And I think because that was the basis for the movie, it wasn't just like Captain America. It wasn't just an action movie for action's sake and having some bits of comedy. It was an action movie, for lack of a better term, with a purpose.
I see your point, and I can definitely argue that A Brave New World was addressing imposter syndrome.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I could give you that,
100%.
but I feel like less people connect with imposter syndrome than people connect with depression.
Yeah, but
And I think that's
I-
overarchingly why some people would rate this movie better. Not me personally, but I just enjoy
I
the
think
movie.
the mental health aspect did add, but I'm just saying, like, as a film, like,
Mhm.
it was more enjoyable because there was more like humor layers in there versus like if we just made this pure about the mental health, different outcome. Like, they had
of
no,
course, yeah, absolutely.
like, this ain't even action. This is a drama at this point. Like,
Facts. No, but I think it was really good. I enjoyed it. I knew who the villain was before even going into the movie, and I don't know how I knew this. I saw one image of the nigga covered in shadows. I was like, oh, that's Sentry. I knew it from the jump.
And that was my thing about Marvel is like I don't know Marvel comics, but I did like the fact because I recognized it at the end of the once everything was said and done. It was like, hey, they put that Easter egg in very early. This was going to be century. Like I didn't recognize it, but when she was looking at them papers, it's right there in your
Right
century.
in your face. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first
And
10 minutes of the movie, you know who it is.
If you didn't know who that was, you wouldn't know. But if you did,
Right.
now you're
were like,
yeah.
you're in. Got it.
I liked a lot of the things about it. I like how they involved comedy. I liked how they kind of showed that, like, for lack of a better term, super soldiers are not these superheroes, man. They are not. They can do a lot of super shit, and they're tactical. But you put a Superman ass nigga in front of them.
It's the boys. It was literally the boys angle, like the show, because not everybody's gonna be fucking Superman or Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Like people that have fucked up problems, you're playing with dice here because they can turn out to be Steve Rogers. They can also turn out to be named mass murderer. I can't think of.
Yeah. And I go ahead.
I was gonna say I always love like a bad guy's turned good. We know that's my bag. So I've always been excited to see it. I just haven't had the time to see it. I'm hoping maybe I can go on Sunday when I get back to Florida.
It's it's one of those movies where it's like I recommend it. I would go see it again. I definitely would purchase it. I think it's really good that Marvel did this. I hope they keep the same speed. Is all I gotta say.
I will say this spoiler for people that are watching the video, because Diva, you can watch this movie closer to getting to see this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. But that kind of spoiled how. Well, I already knew how this one was gonna end because, well, everybody knows the Fantastic Four movie's coming out, right? There was a trailer in there. I think it's one of the more, showy trailers. I only watch 2 trailers for movies because after that I can predict the movie. So, for me, I only watched it 2. So now I've seen the second one. I have to stay away from all media surrounding it. But it's already been stated that this is not this universe's Fantastic Four. I don't even think this universe has a Fantastic Four yet. But the Fantastic Four in the movie are going to be from a different universe, essentially. Not the MCU. In the MCU, but not the MCU's universe. That makes sense?
I thought that was established by the first trailer.
What's our universe?
It was, but I'm just letting it be known, right? So because of that,
universe number?
MCU, nigga. I don't know.
Well, the MCU has universe numbers, just like
So
DC
they
does.
do, and I don't remember because they
It's
actually
Earth
stated it in
1.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, they stated what Earth we are, because it's just like DC. How DC has.
Let's not get into the nitty gritty of it. Just know MCU Earth, right? They're in MCU 1 Earth, is what we'll say, right?
Yeah.
So I already know they're not there. From the trailer, I'm not going to tell you what happens. It kind of tells you what's going to happen in the movie, is all I got to say.
Okay.
So that's all I got to say on that. But it makes me hopeful that we'll get a new Fantastic Four, or if they're going to be our Fantastic Four, I'm not sure what they're going to do. I don't know. Because this would be a good way to introduce the Fantastic Four and just leave them there. But then,
if nobody
you get to the chance to do what is it? It's not Crisis on Infinite Earths. Crisis on Infinite Earths is DC.
Yeah.
There's a similar event to Crisis on Infinite Earths that happens in Marvel, and they're gonna do that, I think, in the next phase after the big bad here.
I got a conspiracy theory.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go.
You're scaring me.
Okay, so here we go. I think they're introducing it as not a part of our MCU, right? So that if we don't like it, they don't gotta keep them. They can recast the actors to people like. And if we do like them, they keep them and.
You know what?
They're like,
I don't think that's wrong, honestly, because they casted the dude from The Office as Mr. Fantastic originally.
Yeah.
In Multiverse Madness.
Huh? Yeah, he's in Multiverse Madness. Mm-hmm.
No, not Steve Carell.
Jim Halpert.
Derek? No, not Derek.
What's his name? No, the guy who plays Jim.
Yeah, but guy who plays Jim. Yeah. He was in
he's
Multiverse of Madness for like that brief moment. He had a beard and everything. He was bearded Reed Richards.
He's and he's from the silent movie. What's that
The
movie?
Hills of Oz.
No, the other silent
shoot,
one.
you talking about
Yeah, the one where they got a sign because they got shut up.
What is it? Oh, fuck. What is that movie called? I can figure it out. I know I can.
We're gonna press.
Nope, I can't. I can't think of what it's called.
I'll find it. Keep going. Just go to the next topic.
All right, next topic after Thunderbolts is we're getting into gaming, everybody. So the console wars are officially over, and there's
A Quiet Place.
Quiet Place.
Quiet
That's
Place.
what it is. So there's
His
three
name
things.
is, John Kasicki.
So there's two things that go into the console wars finally being over, right? Thing one, and it's not the company's fault, but it is what it is. Xbox is price hiking the cost of the Series X and Series S by about a $80. Excuse me. $80
Is it because of tariffs?
It is because of tariffs. It's because it costs more money to get the chips, the parts to make the consoles. And because of it, to make their money back, they have to price hike. It is what it is. It sucks, but it's also a huge sign of tariffs. So, a lot of people in the gaming industry have been telling people for a while now, like, if you plan on doing any upgrades to your PC, to your consoles, do them before these tariffs hit because they are going to affect prices. The price of a 50-90 30 or 50-40? 50-90, my bad.
$50?
No, GPU. It skyrocketed by like 2 mans. So if you're gonna get something, you better get it quick because it's gonna be a while before these prices go back down. It's really sad to hear that. Because now people aren't gonna do that. But this ties them at the next point of so Gears of War, they're making a Reloaded series. Basically they're bringing back Gears of War remastered, cleaner. Everybody loves Gears. Xbox exclusive. However, it's no longer an Xbox exclusive. Xbox is giving away those exclusives. It's going to be on Xbox, Xbox for PC, Xbox PC Cloud, and PlayStation and Steam. So, PlayStation people are getting Gears. They got Forza. Xbox or Microsoft is officially kind of giving up with making exclusive, which means the console wars are over. Xbox has been focused on connectivity. I'm not going to make excuse for them. I mean, they kind of lost at this point. You feel me? If it's a battle of exclusives, you ain't got no exclusives anymore, you lost. But one thing I've noticed is that for the past, let's say 7 years, Xbox has been very heavily focused on connectivity. First with PC, and now, I guess, with everybody else. So, sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I frankly didn't care for the console wars since South Park episode in 2012, 2013.
So good.
Xbox won that. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was last gen.
That was 2 gens ago.
Yeah, you're right. My fault. But yeah, I think it's okay. Like, I think if from what I know, the only people that cared about console wars were PlayStation players anyway, because PC people don't give a fuck, and Xbox people were like, hey, like, I like it, so there.
And that's like a lot of my friends always ask me, why didn't you buy a PlayStation? I'm like, one, I don't like the controller. Like, I like how the Xbox controller is set up. If you're telling me this isn't the optimum way to have your buttons, you're fucking lying. Because having my fingers both down here to move around feels fucking stupid. I hate it. I like the diagonal. It feels a lot more comfortable. And if I agree with this one, and PC gamers also agree with this one, and they have an option, I think that's more telling.
It wasn't ergonomic.
Ow!
Yeah, PlayStation controllers aren't ergonomically designed, as well as Xbox, and that's fair. Like, unless they're using a D-pad to walk around, but most games aren't.
If you're using the D-pad, you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, because you have to hold 2 down to go like not straight, like that.
You're only walking in straight diagonal, straight left, right, diagonal. That's it.
Yeah.
You can't do any complex movements. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. South of Midnight, great games. Only about 10 hours. It's on Xbox Game Pass for free if you wanted to play it, or you can buy it. Either one works for me. But it's on Xbox and PC. So far, I've been playing it. I am on the 8th chapter. That game is getting crazy. I love it. If you like South of Midnight, I recommend playing it or watching it because it ties into a lot of that Southern culture, hoodoo culture. Hoodoo is different than voodoo. Hoodoo is more of the practice of like warding off spirits and stuff like that. It comes from African cultures, and was heavily practiced in the South. But it has a lot of that in Southern history. It's really interesting. I like it a lot. You play as a weaver known as Hazel, who didn't know she was a weaver. It gets her powers and is trying to save her mom. But doing that, you are using your weaver powers to heal the land at the same time. Very interesting, the story that it tells. I highly recommend it. I'm loving the game so far. So, just something I want to throw out there. Plug.
I have a news point.
I'm not done yet.
Well, you don't have to run through yours. We can go around. We can share.
No, sharing's for losers.
I did want to touch on the tariff from my perspective too.
Go ahead.
Diva.
Oh, okay. So the Met Gala happened, and I just want to talk about Diana Ross. Was beautiful, like breathtaking.
Diana Ross.
Diana Ross. Yeah, wait until you see her. She looks amazing, and that's all I want to say. Like it happened. All the looks were cool, I guess. Diana Ross did that, and she doesn't always like go or always pop out, but she.
I agree. That trail is long as fuck.
But like the theme, you know, like I'm not a fashion person. Like everybody else that I've been watching, like I'm not a fashion person. I feel like the theme, most of this stuff did not hit the theme.
Isn't it like dandyism?
Oh, I didn't know what the theme was this year. I just wanted to.
I think it's dandyism. Let me see. Met Gala.
It was super fine tailoring black style.
It's called dandyism.
Oh.
I think it is. I'm sorry. I'm speaking.
The evolution of black dandy. Yeah.
Dandyism. Yeah. Right. So dandyism is like it's like super tailored in black. So like think Smoke and Stack, but like maybe a few years earlier is like
Okay. Well, I just wanted to mention the diva that is Diana Ross. She looks amazing. She did that. Nobody touched her, and just to think that like just someone as wise and mature as her just came out and like did the damn thing. So yeah, that's it.
I think it never dawned on me until like yesterday, like in all of my life, that I didn't know what the Met Gala was besides people showing off outfits. Like I truly thought they walk down this hall in these outfits and go home.
Oh, so have you seen? Oh, you never watched Oceans? Was that Ocean 8?
So wait, what is it? I still don't know.
So it's a fundraiser for like it's a fundraiser that this museum gives. They've set a theme, and then it's for designers to show their work. So it's become a fashion show over the years, and so it's really just a big fundraiser. And like they have a dinner thanking everybody for donating to this museum, because the Met is a museum. It's an art museum.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's all it is.
I want it to be known I don't understand high fashion. I kind of hate it at this point. I really don't get it. And I don't like a lot of how it looks. Some people look dumb to me. Some people look just weird. I get, like, I was like, if I ever were to go to one of these things, I got enough bread to donate for one, and I'm there, like, I would want to be with the theme, but I wouldn't want to look crazy. You feel me? Like, I'd want to just look good. But I also wouldn't want to stifle an artist's creative voice, you know? Like, they might be like, we're going to put you in these pink feathers and this in a garbage bag. It's going to look fabulous. And I'd be like, fuck you. No. So, like, I don't want to do that.
Pink isn't your, they would never put you in pink. Pink isn't your.
But, like, they have input. Like, only the people that truly just show up just because of the event be like, hey, make me a fit. I'll wear it, whatever. But everybody else, I feel like on some level, they have some kind of
input. You're like, this is what I'm thinking. And then they like, okay, this is what it's like a collaborative kind of thing. There's like only Pharrell
and Lisa wholeheartedly decided to put Rosa Parks on. No idea, but that was a conscious.
See Pharrell at the Met Gala because I need to see.
No, it's the Lisa that was the issue. Part of what I think Blackpink or Pink Print, something, whatever the K-pop group is. She had on like her black outfit, and the bottoms that were where her crotch was had Rosa Parks face stitched all over it.
That's weird, but okay. Like, that's weird.
Wait.
I don't want that.
Lisa. Just look up Lisa Rosa Parks. I promise you it'll pop up because Rosa Parks is
Yeah,
apparently
Rosa
trending.
Parks Met Gala. Image.
Oh, Blackpink. Yeah, it was Blackpink.
Blackpink. Wait, what?
Lisa is part of Blackpink.
I don't see it.
Oh,
Here, I
it's
will show
in the
you.
netting.
It's
Yep.
in the netting.
How the fuck did someone see that? Who was zooming on her crotch?
I don't even think that's a zoom in thing though. Like,
yeah, I guess if you were there, you probably would have been able to tell what the. If you were there, you would be able to tell what the lace is.
And you're saying
Like,
Pharrell
you can't-
Williams designed
Yeah,
that?
yes. Granted,
I mean, it's a bunch of women, but
Pharrell Williams is like always doing stuff. Why are you doing this? I don't want you to do
it's
this.
in the jacket too. But you
It
can't.
fucks
tell.
up
Like,
my
it's-
editing. Why?
well, now we all struggle.
But yeah, I like the Met Gala because like I like usually really nice, interesting things. Like I like to watch Meg. I love to see what Zendaya is wear. I like to see what Rihanna's gonna wear. Like they're gonna wear things that are interesting, but not like what the fuck. Like I it's not gonna be. It's never a what the fuck.
Zendaya
Sounds
was
like
very
the out-
close to the old dandyism thing. I think she was like very much. I talked to Joy about it. I was like, it started a conversation that I had a hard time finishing. But I was like, I think for me, Zendaya is like, she's good, but y'all hype her a lot. I like her, but at the same time, I think I don't like her more because of y'all.
It's acquired taste, like beer.
And I think people who like beer are fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying, but it's an acquired taste. Like, I don't like
yeah,
beer.
some
but
people really think beer is like delicious. I like Zendaya
So Zendaya had that
as
match.
when it comes to fashion. Like whenever she does like a fashion.
So there
thing,
I
I'm like,
agree.
oh wow.
No, Zendaya's,
But-
and that was what I was saying. Zendaya's always gonna show out when it comes to fashion. She looks good in just about everything she does.
Well, her, I'm pretty sure her exclusive stylist is Law Roach.
Yeah.
He
What?
Yeah,
That's his
he
name?
used to be. Yeah, his name's Law Roach. He used to
It better
be
not be
on
spelled like
America's
Roach.
Next.
It is.
It is. He used to be a judge on America's Next Top Model. He judges the balls. So there's a show
what?
that him and Zendaya ballroom. So like they come out, they do dance like their houses, they dance, they vogue. And it's a show. I can't remember what it's called. Look it up. It's really good. I mean, if you're into like gay culture and stuff like that, it's really good.
I don't think I knew that.
What is the show called?
You know what? I'm happy for everybody that went. More power to them. I'm going to my next news point. So my next news point was GTA 6 got pushed back, but 2 days later they released a trailer. It's basically saying, here niggas, damn.
It's called Legendary. That's what it's called. Sorry.
Trailer looks amazing. I'm excited for GTA 6 still. I'm cool. Take your time. Let it cook. For real, for real. GTA 5 was fucking amazing from the gate. Give me GTA 6 when you give it to me. I'm good. I'm gonna have a fun time. I'm gonna be on it. And you know what? I'm gonna call it now on my 2026 bingo card. I'm adding it to space. There's going to be an influx of popular streamers, specifically for GTA 6, who are going to be trying to recreate what the Vanoss crew did.
Can they
What are
do
you
it?
squinting at?
I didn't understand what you just said.
Do you know what the Vanoss crew is?
No.
So the Vanoss crew is a group of people. It was like 6 or 7 dudes, and they RP. They were one of the first people to start RPing on GTA. They did a whole bunch of goofy stuff on there, and from there they made not they made, but they got modded characters that matches them. Their character models then became kind of their models that existed on YouTube. So the ones I remember were Wildcat, Nogla, Vanoss,
know who
Louis.
it
You
is.
don't know any of these people, I know. But that's like the group, and from there they became a group, and they basically skyrocketed into fame from their goofy vids and goofy activities that they did, and conversations, and that made a whole thing. I think there's gonna be people who try to do a 1-to-1 of what they did. Like, you could take an old Vanoss video and take whatever video they have, and it's gonna be a 1-to-1 comparison. I think that's specifically a group of 6 to 7 dudes making 1-to-1 videos like Vanoss, and boom. But that's my thought.
Tickets aren't sold out for DreamCon, right?
Huh?
No.
DreamCon isn't sold out, right?
No,
Right.
why?
I'll get her the ticket link. A girl messaged me saying that she wanted to go. She was like, "Oh, it's sold out," and I was like, "I don't think so." But you know what you should do for content? You should take it and then like debunk them. Be like, "You doing what these niggas? Look, you copy right here, copier."
Me personally, I
Cult
don't
the
make
copiers.
hate content. I might make a general video about it, but I don't make hate content because I don't want my platform to be based off of something I can't keep up. I make the joke and say hating is free, but like, I'm not gonna be out here being a hater every day. That's energy wasted. I got better things to do.
Is it free or does it pay?
Hating doesn't pay.
better
I can tell you that. It's free, but it don't pay.
I don't know. Haters is out here getting paid.
Yeah.
Not
You gotta
getting
hate on the
paid
right
Need to hate.
platform.
money. You said what?
You have to hate on the right platform. That's what it is.
I'm not trying
That's
to hate
fair.
on the right platform. I'm not trying to hate on any platform at the end of the day. I'm just a
My
guy
house
who's trying to
looks-
spread positivity.
Y'all think my house look like somebody about to pop out? Do it look like somebody about to pop out?
So-
It looks
right
like
there?
someone's gonna smile and I'm gonna see his teeth and eyes.
Yeah, don't it look scary?
No, you like scary shit, right? That's what you like. Live in it.
But when I turn around, like all the lights are on, but it looks from this angle, it looks like it's dark over there.
It is. That's all the news points I had. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to add?
Nah,
I mean,
gang.
I did want to touch on that tariffs thing and how it was affecting my movies, which is stupid.
Touch on it then.
Tell us about
Tell
it.
the people.
Well, I mean, if you didn't know, Donald Trump was saying he wanted movies to stay here in America, like our American movie more. So the solution was to put 100% tariffs.
Yeah, that would be
Because-
fucking stupid because for
would
years
be
we
dumb.
haven't filmed a lot of. We filmed some parts of movies here, but we filmed them all over. A lot of the
Movies
So that
time.
would
film-
affect that too.
But like movies are filmed literally everywhere. Like you ever watch? Just because I watched the credits. I gotta make sure I got all. You ever see the end?
You're
where
yelling.
it's like,
You gotta take it down just a bit, just a bit, just a bit, or
I'm
turn your
sorry.
game
I'm turning
down.
my
One of
game
the
down. I'm
two.
gonna turn my game down. You never see where it's like, oh, thank you to Vancouver, thank you to Georgia, thank you to LA, thank you to New York, thank you to Canada, thank you to Japan, thank you
Oh.
to Taiwan. You just like, damn, where did y'all not go?
Yeah, that would affect that. I
But,
don't know
like-
what capacity, but yeah.
They never gonna get that off because even if we filmed all the movies here, think of how much money movies make overseas. Like it's a metric. It's what like they keep count of like what's domestic money
Mo-
versus which is international money made. So the money
Yeah,
made.
movie production
think
would
they
go
would look
down
at-
because, like he said, it's a struggling business already at this point. How much money you have to put in versus how much you're gonna get out. Like, one, production value would either production value would go down to where people don't want to see the movie. Like, people hear a movie's gonna be only a couple $1 million. Like, I don't want to see that. Just expecting it to be bad, but that's not the case at all.
Look at Saw. Just
Facts.
saying.
Facts. But that being said, like people not gonna go see the movies, and then at the top of it, like the return is gonna be so low that these companies are gonna be like, nah, I'd rather just recycle a movie that I've already had and bring it back to theaters.
Yeah, there's no added value to that thought process. But I mean, hey, let's keep the foreigners from taking what we
Look,
do.
bro,
you know?
that man's got dementia. It needs to be put in a home. I don't give a flying fuck. He get him out of here. Get him out of here.
It's so like it feels like every day I'm just listening to my grandma say off the wall shit and I can't ignore it because this person has power.
Did y'all hear when he was like talking on? It was a clip. It's all over. He was talking to someone on an interview, and then like he was like, "Yes, he had MS-13 tattooed on his hands." He's like, "No, that was photoshopped." And he's like, "No, I saw it. I saw the pictures. Like it was clearly photoshopped." And if you look,
It wasn't even
It was
Photoshop.
someone-
They were like translating what each letter thing.
that was Photoshop. What the fuck?
Oh,
Oh my
you don't
God, he
Photoshop.
got to her. He
you don't have to Photoshop. You could just write it.
no,
so they
it was
took the
They took a
and then
photo
took
and then
those
they
numbers
put the numbers and letters over it to show
in,
what
like
it
a
meant.
Photoshop.
And he was saying,
app.
no, he had it
Oh.
tattooed on his hand. I saw MS-13. He's like, that was Photoshop.
Because
And
let's
like
be
then he
real.
started insulting
Why does
him.
the skull mean 3? The last tattoo on his knuckle was a skull, and it was like, yeah, that's the 3. What does that even mean?
When has skull ever equaled 3? If skull equaled anything, it's like 0. Skull is 0.
4.
Or
4?
4. Or 4. In Japan, the number for like
Okay.
hell and death is 4, I think.
Yeah,
Something like that.
and China as well. So yes,
Yeah.
4 is like an unlucky number. Yes. Fine. Those can have it. But 3?
But that would be MS-14. He's one MS worse than what y'all thought before.
What I did enjoy about that segment is that afterward he was like, "You're not being very kind right now, such and such." He's like, frankly, I chose you because I didn't know, and I thought you'd be easier to cooperate with." I'm like, what? Why would you say that? Like,
Right.
what value is there in saying that to the person interviewing you?
I
'Cause he was
promise
like-
you,
'cause
his
next
brain
year
is going. That's what it is.
And not being kind is you're not saying I'm right. So
Yeah.
you're not nice.
You're not agreeing with me and telling me I'm right like all the people who I love to suck my nuts do. Get them
It's
out
so
of here,
weird.
man. Get them
It's-
out of here. All y'all, and you know what? I hope all y'all niggas that voted for him are fucking suffering right now. I don't wish ill on nobody, but y'all got what y'all deserve. Y'all fucked around and y'all gonna find out. It's cool.
So I saw this interview of these teachers in a Mississippi school, and they were like, "Oh, so one fun fact: states like myself, Florida and Mississippi, they don't have state tax, so all of their funding for public things comes from federal dollars. So
Oh shit.
like states with a state tax, so like the money that goes to schools and roads, that comes from the federal money. So like states like New York, Maryland, Pennsylvania. Does Texas have a state tax?
No, that's
No.
what I was saying. That's why I was smiling. Like, we don't either.
Oh, Texas. So Texas does not have a state. So when they say, "Oh, we're going to cut federal dollars," the places that get hit the hardest are places without state tax, because that means you're getting less federal money, because that's just you're just not get because they're
Yeah, then
getting
you
money
got
from
dumb
two
kids that are just
places.
trying to make babies.
And so all that being said, so remember that. So they went to this Mississippi school and they were interviewing the teachers, and they were like, "Oh, I heard that he was going to cut funding to the Department of Education, but I didn't think that it would affect us." And I was like, "Don't you work for the Department of Education? What who else would it affect?" And I was like, "I can't believe he's doing this to us. He's cutting our funding. We're not going to be able to like pay our teachers, and we're gonna have too big class sizes, blah blah blah." And I was like, how was it never going to affect you? How I didn't turn my game. Turned down so.
It don't matter. You just can't get too excited with that mic. It's not gonna pick you up.
So yeah, I just find it crazy that everybody's just fucked around, and now they're finding out, and they're like me, and I'm like, nah, no, whoa.
My
You got
favorite
this.
story about that is the chick who was a rancher like a few weeks before. Yeah, go Trump, got our president, da da da. Then like 2 months later, she's like, the state, I think it was like Wisconsin or Minnesota or something like that, is going to be bankrupt in a few months because no one's working on our ranches. Everybody's just didn't come to work and just disappeared. And I didn't know that this was going to happen. And I just laughed. I almost felt bad for laughing, but then I didn't when I remembered how they got here. Because it's like, they're like, all of our workers left because a lot of them were illegal, so like they all just stopped coming to work.
Yeah,
They're just waiting on the people in Maine that needed jobs to drive down there, wherever the fuck they're coming, because that was the intent.
And they're like, we don't have enough people to run our ranch. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. I just find it interesting. Like, people are fucking around and finding out, and then it's like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Not
Revel
be a
in it.
piece of shit. Revel in it, honestly.
Yeah, you won.
Take a picture.
Wiener, you're a wiener.
But not really a segue here. But I did want to say that the final season of You came out while we were gone. So if you're not familiar, Joe Goldberg's story came to an end, and I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm upset because I think it should have ended a different way, but I do see the perspective that the director was going in. I respect it. His story has been hell of a ride. Hell of a ride. Came to an end. Glad for it.
I gotta find the TikTok Jordan sent me, but I'm gonna send it to you and see if you agree with it about what the story was supposed to be in general, and
Okay.
why I accepted the end. I didn't watch it. Jordan has explained the entire show to me, so I didn't feel a need to watch it. So yeah,
The end
Jordan-
was
Yeah, the Jordan explained the end is like if you like Joe, you're not gonna like the end. If you don't really like then you'll like it. And I was like,
you just
"Ah,
love spoiling shit when we tried our hardest not to say nothing about it, huh? That's
why'd I
spoiler.
spoil it?
That's spoiler.
That's not a spoiler.
That's
It's not a
spoiler.
spoiler.
If you like me,
We're
you
talking
predicted
about
it.
the main
you're
character.
not gonna like the end. That's what she said.
That's spoiler to
Yeah.
me.
I don't think so.
Well, if you had some kind of context, maybe, but I mean, it's fine. It's not too
Yeah,
bad.
if you, I don't.
If
think
I'm
it's a
watching the
spoiler.
show, I might like Joe. I'll be like, fuck. I now know how it's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
end.
You don't know how it's
No,
going to
you
end.
don't.
just
You
know
don't know how
it's
it's
going
gonna
to end in a
end.
way you wouldn't like.
Yeah, you don't know how it's
'Cause
gonna
So
I
being
will say the
dropped.
last 2 episodes, they tease you in a whole bunch of different ways. You don't know what the fuck is really about to happen in the end.
I predicted what was gonna happen at the beginning of the season. I was like, oh, this is the last season. I know what's gonna happen. I was like 80% right.
That's because you haven't seen the other seasons.
That's because I haven't. No, it's because I've heard about the other seasons.
No. The way that some of the other seasons ended, you never really know what's going to happen.
I know how all the other seasons ended. It's more so it's because I knew it was the end of you. Like, example, when the end of Dexter came, I could kind of predict what was gonna happen. I was wrong because they took a weird turn, but I was wrong.
Well, I
look
mean, they
at
could have
you
just ended it.
saying that you're wrong.
I'm not going to spoil, but I'm just saying, like, there's different ways that it could have went, and I'm not going to
We can
say
talk
how.
offline about it.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Um,
All right. Weeks, because that's the end of the episode. Weeks. How y'all doing
Yeah.
weeks?
I thought it was ears, but that's cool.
Fuck them ears, nigga.
You say this every week. All right, ears. I let Chris pick the ears today because I didn't.
Wait.
direction.
Heed, what's your rate on the ears?
I didn't even give y'all like context.
We always
I
give
know.
a pre-rate ears.
But she usually gives us some kind of context.
Yeah, like before we were in because the food series is over. Like context, you don't know what they're gonna like kind of be. So I'm just saying.
I'm gonna give them a
their
3 out of
brand-
5.
Okay. I let Chris pick the ears. They are brand new. Got them. I'm gonna go through some of the ears that you see as we go through. I just have to get a record for ones I already showed you. I think the theme is I'm gonna do Disney animated movies. Maybe I'll do Pixar movies. We'll do Pixar movies. So that's gonna be the start of this one. I think I have enough to do a Pixar movies run. Are you ready, Heath? You can give me your number now.
Pixar.
Hmm?
I'm very nostalgic for old Pixar. What
Oh,
the hell
good.
was that? So I would give it a 3 out of 5.
3
At
out
a
of
base
5.
value.
And Greg, you said 3 out of 5 as well.
Yep.
All right. So we have Buzz Lightyear.
That was the first.
So this is Buzz Lightyear. It's actually flat. So like this is the boat part. It's his vest, and then it's his wings. Those are the buttons. You can't really press them, but they are like indented. And then it's the back is like the back of Buzz Lightyear's wings, and these are the Buzz Lightyear ears.
2.
We just got them to match. Oh wow, we went down.
Did that just fall?
Yep.
Yes. Where's the Buzz Lightyear? I have a bag, but I don't know where it is.
That's fine. We don't need to see the bag. So I gave it a 2, and here's why. The 2 was given because the buttons don't work. If the buttons work, it would have got the 3. Might have got a 4. But because there's buttons on
Yeah.
there and they don't work, now I'm pissy. So 2.
Yeah, they're like indented little buttons. We have a Buzz Lightyear bag, which it goes nicely with.
Do the buttons on
And I
that
saw
work?
it, like, no.
1.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's not what I was
gonna-
hoping for.
I'm gonna go get the bag. I'll be right back. I think I
No,
see it.
please don't. I don't want
I'm
to see
getting
the
it.
bag. No, I don't care about a bag, nigga. Damn.
Like the bag gonna add the context.
It gives it a 1 because the buttons don't work. God damn it! Now you got the hiccups.
No, I don't. That was a burp.
The fuck kind of burp was that?
I don't question your bowel movements.
That's not a bowel movement. That's a burp.
They came from my bowels.
So this is the Buzz Lightyear bag. Here it is. It's so like the buttons are stitched on the bag. So these are like really nice because they're like stitch buttons. Has a pocket in the front. On the inside, it's the aliens. Wow. Super cute. And then the back is just white, but the side does have like Space Command and then his laser. And so, yeah, last time we were at the park, Chris wore the bag with the ears, which they are super cute together.
Okay, that gets a...
You don't like them together?
I like them together.
Yeah. I think they're really cute together.
I would have preferred the wings to be on the side of the bag.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
No, that bag does exist. We just don't have that one. They do have a bag where are out.
Yeah, it's just I mean I feel like just the white as a base, it just seemed like pretty simple.
They could have did stars. Stars would have got a higher number. That would have been cooler. Cause then it's like he's flying through space as a space ranger. Whatever. That's been the ears. So weeks.
Yeah. Weeks.
Diva.
I had to go to work looking crazy. Well, we ain't recording like 3 weeks. Let's be honest. Somebody been playing around.
Your mammy.
I had to go to work looking crazy because I ran out of hair.
Wear a hat.
No, so like these are. So remember, I had braids before. I cut them short and then I wrap them after I like wash my hair and stuff. So these are those braids, but like this much of my head was like braids. So I like put it in a cute bun, but like yeah, because I ran out of hair. I'm finished now, but yeah, before. Had to go to work looking crazy for like 2 days until the hair got in because I had to order like this color isn't in the store. I have to order it. I've been to Universal recently. The park is still the same. I'll be going to Epic in June. So stay tuned for that. That's it. I'll be in Baltimore this weekend to see my mama for Mother's Day and go wedding dress shopping. That'll be exciting. And that's it. I ain't been doing much of nothing.
Got some echo coming off your heat there, boy. For me, I don't. This past week has been a doozy. I've been trying to just make it through work and get back on track with the uploading schedule. But my tire popped today, so that fucking sucks. I gotta get a new tire now. Outside of that, not much has really been going on with me. Definitely been getting back into streaming. Tomorrow I'll be streaming. Mondays and Thursdays have been my streaming nights. I've been playing a lot of South of Midnight and Marvel Rivals, trying to get my rank up. Jesus, I've been overtly tired as of late. And I don't know why. I think I've been sleeping too much or just not entertaining myself enough. I don't know which it is.
Need some stimulant.
Yeah, I need a lot of stimulant for my ADHD-driven brain. But outside of that, I haven't really done too much. Just been kind of getting ready for DreamCon. Purchased one of my cosplay stuff. A lot of that's going to be getting here the next few days. And then I'm purchasing the rest of my cosplay stuff this weekend. But following that, we should be all good and ready to go. Yeah. All right, Heed, you're up. It's your week.
He's back.
What
I can't talk. I can't. It's broken thing. Sorry.
We're coming through your other mic, buddy.
I know that. I can't fix it. I don't. Like the option for the Switch is gone, so I need to figure that out. And there's no point in me trying to.
All right, well, we'll figure that out another time. But as for us, that is the podcast. I just muted him so that his voice wouldn't echo and double echo. But that being said, we are the Be More Nerdy podcast, and be on the lookout for us at DreamCon. We will say hello to anyone. I'm Galaxy Greg, your host, aka Mr. Space Waits. I'm not doing all AKAs, but You can follow me on my socials at Mr. Space Awaits or at GalaxyGreg _ on everything else for any of my podcasts or personal content. Just personal life stuff, weddings, family, friends, jokes. That'll just be on Mr. Space Awaits. Be sure to follow the podcast at Be More Nerdy on all platforms. That's where we upload all of our clips, all of our notifications of new episodes, and probably where we'll be uploading our interviews and if we're going to be doing some meetups. So be on the lookout for that. We're headed to DreamCon, so once again, be on the lookout for us. We're going to be making content, having fun. Diva?
It's your girl, Diva XOXO. You can follow me at the Diva XOXO. That's what right now stuff from Japan, so be on the lookout for that. Just kind of our trip and how we did it. Just some know-hows, and hope you learn something and it helps you in your trip to Japan if you go. And you'll see all of my DreamCon content there as well. Make sure to comment below if you're going to be at DreamCon, because if you do, I will comment back, because I always do, and then we can make sure we meet. Even if you don't want to meet me, you can meet Greg, you can meet Heed, you can meet one of us, all of us. I'll make it happen. So make sure you comment below. And that is Heed. That is HD No TV.
No.
Follow him at
No.
Honestly, he can't talk.
It's HD TV. We switched that a long time ago.
It's no T. Right, there is no TV. There is no no.
That's HD TV, everybody. You can follow him at Honestly Heed for his personals, or I'm HD TV for all of his other stuff, his cosplays, his movie reviews. I gave your personal. It's Honestly Heed. Honestly_Heed. I don't know what moving over means, but I'm a guess. Don't worry about it, guys. He'll be back next week. That's your guy, the anime aficionado. But everything is over there that you might want to see from him is on HDTV.
Oh, follow us, the Be More Nerdy podcast. Did you? I
said that. I did. Don't worry about it, guys. Okay. We are the Be More Nerdy podcast. Incredibly, incredibly unorganized. But remember to be more nerds. Peace.
We out here.